So to me, it looks like Francis Ngannou is making the odd excuse for his defeat 2 weeks ago against Anthony Joshua. I've seen so many people saying that he's not making excuses when he's saying these things, but he is though. If he wasn't making excuses, he would just admit, "Oh yeah, might have been a bit of might have been a bit of a bad idea of him changing to southpaw." Or just saying, oh, I lost to the better man on the night. But Ngannou's not really saying that. There's an excuse there which we're going to go through. And I feel like this excuse that Francis Ngannou has made here is absolutely pathetic. I'm not going to lie. I hope my screen didn't just go blank there. But yeah, I think it's absolutely pathetic. And we're going to go through it now. So I'm going to get it up on the screen. From the tweet from Boxing Kingdom on Twitter, or on X, whatever you want to call it. So you guys have probably already heard it already, but we're going to break it all down now. So Francis Ngannou and why he lost to Anthony Joshua. So he said here, listen, I think we both fought at 3 a.m. It's not like I fought at 3 a.m. and he fought at midnight or something. We both fought at 3 a.m. What I think something that's happened is that they get me to the arena very early. So basically what Ngannou was saying is that he was basically like tricked into getting to the arena quite early, earlier than what Anthony Joshua was. So he's kind of making some conspiracy there. And then he's like, my pickup time was 10:30 p.m. to go to the arena. And then when we get to the arena, they tell us we are scheduled to fight around 1:45 a.m. And then they says they come to the locker around 1, and Joshua was just arriving around 11. I'm like, okay, we are fighting at the same time. How come I have a pickup time? We received a schedule and email, and for some reason I was there at least 1 hour before. So he was there at least 1 hour before AJ, he's saying. But for the fight, at least 2 hours beforehand. They kind of do this trick to get you tired. I was like, cool. I was like, bro, it's okay. I didn't know how important that was until fight day, that I have to get there 2 hours before. When the fight started, I was never there. So he's saying that he was tricked into getting there saying that he was tricked into getting there early. Which I don't think that's the case whatsoever. I don't think he was tricked in getting there early whatsoever. And yes, he was saying, oh yeah, he was tired and that's why he lost. And you see, I saw another thing as well saying, oh yeah, he fell asleep, but in the changing room before the fight. Like, let's be real though. If this is happening, like, yes, I know 3 a.m. in the morning local time for them is when they fought at. I know it's not exactly an ideal time, but you've got to work your ways around this, in my opinion, though. You do, and literally no one else was moaning about their fight time zone. No one else was moaning about it. And, he said he was tricked into getting there early. I don't think he was. There must have been some miscommunication there or something. But I'm sure I did hear something saying that when Francis Ngannou fought Tyson Fury, he did quite like to get to the arena quite early, quite a few hours before the fight. And there was no moaning after that fight, was there? I wonder why that was. But yeah, I think that this is an absolute joke. Like, it is an excuse. I've seen people saying, oh, this isn't an excuse. It is an excuse. This is an excuse. It's an excuse clear as day. This is what he's saying, and this is a reason for why he lost, which is an excuse. I don't think it's a great reason. You need to work your ways around it, and why is no one else moaning about this either? But, he's saying AJ arrived 1 hour after him, but it's like, he said here was just arriving around 11. And he says his pickup time was at 10:30 to go to the arena. No, but so it's like there's like half an hour difference so he said at least 1 hour before. It's like, what kind of difference is that anyway, though? I don't see what the issue is. There's just like you got there 1 hour before him. AJ was probably just chilling back at his hotel room anyway. Like, I don't see how this is an excuse for why he lost the fight and why he's saying all of this and saying that, they do this as a kind of trick to get you tired. I don't see that at all. Why would they trick him into getting tired? And, why isn't he working his way around this anyway? Like, have a few naps during the day or something. I'm sure that's what many other fighters on this card were doing, having naps during the day. But no, I just don't. I just don't get why he's moaning about this and making this excuse. But we're just hearing so much from Francis Ngannou saying, "Oh, he was tired before the fight and he was falling asleep in the locker room," and then he was saying like he was tricked into getting tired before this fight, which made him lose, and that made him not be himself. But I don't think that at all. Let's be real. No matter if he was tired or not tired, whatever, he was never beating AJ. I was saying it before the fight, AJ will absolutely destroy this man. And that's exactly what AJ did. Absolutely destroyed him. And that, like, Ngannou's never on the same level as Anthony Joshua. Never will, never has been in boxing. Never on the same level as him. I just don't get why all this moaning is happening. I just feel like it's just a joke, to be honest with you. Honestly. I just feel like there's no need for these excuses. And, I like Francis. Like, I wanted AJ to beat him, of course. But, I like Francis. And I don't like seeing him making all these kind of excuses up. I feel like they have to stop. And, to people saying it's not an excuse, what about this is not an excuse? What about this is not an excuse? Oh, I was sleeping in the changing room. Oh, I was tricked into getting tired. It's like, Deontay Wilder saying that his trainer spiked his water. And now Ngannou saying that he got tricked into being tired. Work your way around it during the day anyway. And, get active in that. Get active in that changing room. Like, get stuff going. Get on those pads from the off. Just keep warming up. I just don't get why is he not having naps during the day? No one else has moaned about this. Like, yes, I know. It's weird and that they're having to fight at 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, it's not going to be nice for them at all. But, they have to work their way around it. And I've seen no one else who's fought in Saudi Arabia moaning about the fight times. Like, you don't see it. You don't see it at all. Try and find ways to keep yourself active and stay awake. You need to be working your way around these things, not then coming out with it and using it as all of an excuse when you get knocked out cold. AJ put him to sleep anyway, but it's like, no. I just don't expect I just don't respect these excuses that are coming from him, to be fair. It's a shame because, a lot of us like Ngannou, but it's like you just can't respect it. He's like tarnishing his name even more, to be fair. Because, after Ngannou, had his fight against Fury, there were so many people acting like he was the king of the world. But now, after that KO defeat, that kind of tarnished his name a bit. And now he's coming out with all these pathetic excuses saying he was tricked into getting tired. No, it's just not really respectable at all, though, is it? But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.